Okay, like, seriously. The 90s. That's basic. But, like, don't even get me started on Pulp Fiction. It's a cinematic masterpiece, duh. Plus, Samuel L. Jackson yelling is just chef's kiss.
Chef's kiss. Ayana, you're killing me. 90s movies. That's like the era of questionable CGI and frosted tips. I'm thinking Jurassic Park, pure, unadulterated dinosaur chaos. Let's be real, the science was wildly inaccurate, which is half the fun.
Oh, please, Trey. Widely inaccurate is an understatement. Like, the T-Rex was basically a walking, roaring, Technicolor Easter egg. But, honestly, Clueless was iconic. And the fashion? Iconic. Don't even try to argue.
Iconic. Ayana, Clueless is a cautionary tale about privilege and social status presented through the lens of aggressively fashionable teenagers. It's basically a slow-motion train wreck of entitled millennials. Plus, the soundtrack was aggressively beige. Beige, I tell you.
Okay, chill, Trey. You're sucking all the joy out of a perfectly good movie discussion. Like, beige is so last decade. It's a vibe. And let's be real, Cher was a queen. A chaotic, fabulous queen, but a queen nonetheless. Plus, you can't deny the impact of Smells Like Teen Spirit.
Smells Like Teen Spirit. That's the anthem of angsty, directionless youth. It's a sonic representation of everyone failing to figure out their future. It's depressing. Look, let's talk about something with actual innovation, the original Tamagotchi. That little digital pet was a technological marvel. A tiny, demanding overlord.
A Tamagotchi. Seriously, Trey. You're bringing that into this? That thing. Let's pivot. What about the internet's early days? Dial-up, the screeching, it was beautiful chaos.
Okay, dial-up was a symphony of digital suffering. The screeching, the spinning wheel, it was a primal scream of technological frustration. But you know what was really wild? The sheer optimism about the future. Everyone thought the internet would solve everything. It's like, look at us now, perpetually distracted by cat videos and existential dread. Let's just add vintage cynicism to the list, okay?
Dans ma terre, beaux souvenirs, nos péris.
Cynical. Honey, cynicism is a mood. But you're right, it's like, the internet promised us utopia and delivered this. Seriously, though, remember GeoCities? Those blinking GIFs, the MIDI music, it was a fever dream. Pure, unadulterated chaos. And don't even get me started on the guest books. Like, people actually wrote in them. It's insane.
GeoCities. Oh, God. That was a digital landfill of bad HTML and aggressively optimistic personal websites. It was like 1,000 teenagers simultaneously screaming into the void. And the flashing GIFs. They were actively harmful to the eyes. Look, I'm just saying, remember when progress meant adding another blinking icon to your homepage? It was unsettling. Let's talk about something productive, like the first webcam. You know, the one that broadcasted a stationary teddy bear. It was a statement. Hello, world. We're bored and technologically advanced.
A teddy bear webcam. Trey, you're digging up ancient relics. That was peak awkwardness. Like, a digital version of Please Leave Me Alone. But honestly, the aesthetic is kind of appealing in a weird way. It's like a pre-internet analog for our current doom-scrolling habits. Plus, it's a good reminder that humans have always sought out connection, even if it was through a fluffy, unresponsive rodent. Let's get back to something juicy. What about the rise of MySpace?
MySpace. Don't even get me started. It was the breeding ground for musical one-hit wonders and aggressively curated profiles. Everyone was trying to be cool by posting blurry photos of themselves with awkwardly angled haircuts. It was a monument to vanity and poor taste. Seriously, the top 40 chart back then was basically a collection of teenagers desperately trying to sound like they knew what they were doing. It was a cultural tragedy. Let's go back to the tech that actually worked, like the first mobile phone. Imagine communicating without being tethered to a wall. Revolutionary.
A mobile phone. Trey, you're missing the point. It was about connection. Like, people actually talked to each other. No, seriously, before everyone was glued to their screens, interacting with the real world. It's a radical thought, I know. But the early phones were clunky, awkward, and required actual conversations. Let's just say, the progress was a lot less pixelated. What about those chunky Nokia phones? Iconic, Big buttons, terrible cameras, but they were ours.
Okay, the Nokia 3310 was a technological marvel. Seriously, that thing could take a beat. It was the ultimate stress reliever. Plus, the snake game. Pure, unadulterated digital frustration. But let's be honest, all this talk about classic tech is just nostalgia-fueled delusion. We've invented exponentially more ridiculous things since then. Like, have you seen a fidget spinner? It's a concentrated dose of ADHD, and we just embraced it. Let's talk about something genuinely horrifying, the rise of targeted advertising. It started subtly, but now it's like, every website knows what you had for breakfast and judging you for it. It's a surveillance state disguised as convenience. And don't even get me started on personalized recommendations. Because you watched one video about origami, you need to buy this.
Ugh, Trey, you're channeling my darkest anxieties. Targeted advertising is the worst. It's like, the internet is just one giant, creepy salesperson trying to sell you things you don't need, based on things you've briefly glanced at. Like, I once saw an ad for artisanal goat cheese after accidentally scrolling through a page about medieval history. It's a cosmic joke. But you know what's also terrifying? The way algorithms shape our reality. We are living in filter bubbles, constantly reinforced by information that confirms our existing biases. It's like a digital echo chamber of questionable opinions. And speaking of questionable opinions, remember the whole Rickroll phenomenon. It was a coordinated act of internet mischief. It's beautiful, chaotic, and slightly unsettling. Let's just say, the internet has never been more brilliantly weird. Plus, I'm still convinced that the entire thing was orchestrated by pigeons. Just think about it.
Pigeons. Seriously, Ayana, you're losing it. The Rickroll was a spontaneous explosion of internet culture, a collective moment of bewildered amusement. It was a reminder that the internet could be unpredictable and absurd. But you know what else was absurd? The entire concept of viral trends. Like, anyone can become famous for doing something stupid. It's like a digital popularity contest run by bots and teenagers. And speaking of teenagers, have you ever actually seen TikTok? It's a visually assaulting, dopamine-inducing nightmare. It's a curated collection of fleeting moments designed to keep you endlessly scrolling. It's like an algorithmically induced coma. Let's go back to something with a little substance, like the first email. Imagine a message sent across the world, instantly. It was revolutionary. Before everyone started spamming us with Viagra ads, of course.
Oh my God!
Oh my god, Trey, you're right. The sheer volume of content on TikTok is overwhelming. It's like the internet is trying to drown us in a tidal wave of dance challenges and lip-sync videos. But you know what else is terrifying? The erosion of privacy. Every click, every like, every search, it's all being tracked and analyzed. We are basically living in a giant data mining operation. And speaking of data, let's not forget about the rise of deepfakes. The ability to create realistic fake videos is a terrifying prospect. It's like the internet is becoming increasingly difficult to trust. But you know what's actually charming? The fact that the internet is still full of weirdos. It's a place where you can be yourself, without judgment. It's a weird, wonderful, and sometimes terrifying place. Let's just say, the internet is a reflection of humanity, all its brilliance and its flaws.
Seriously, Ayana, you're letting the dystopian potential of the internet consume you. It's chaos, yes, but it's creative chaos. Remember the early forums. The flame wars, the passionate debates, the genuinely helpful tips. It was a vibrant, messy ecosystem of human interaction. Now everything's curated, sanitized, and riddled with bots. Plus, have you seen the memes lately? They are objectively hilarious. And let's be honest, the whole deepfake thing is just a really elaborate prank. It's proof that the internet is essentially a giant, slightly deranged, practical joke. Image prompt, a ridiculously over-the-top deepfake image of a hamster piloting a spaceship.
Okay, you're right. The internet is capable of producing genuinely brilliant and baffling things. But let's not gloss over the fact that it's also a breeding ground for misinformation and propaganda. Remember the Pizzagate conspiracy theory? That was a terrifying example of how easily people can be manipulated by bad information. And the amount of conspiracy theories surrounding the moon landing. It's mind-boggling. But you know what else is fascinating? The way the internet has changed the way we communicate. We used to write letters to people, now we send them emojis. It's a completely different world. Image prompt, a dramatically lit image of a single, flickering emoji, a laughing face, against a black background.